defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, it really showed what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now we're getting to the middle of the season. Get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. Was throwing 4,000 times. Not big shots. Just put you in nice positions. The next down's coming up.
The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
To the air on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Swings it down.
And I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is. And he's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball. And at least he threw where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Shoots it to the left.
Sometimes numbers lie, but this quarterback just learned a valuable lesson. These numbers don't lie. One of the best defenses against the pass, and you see why right there. Man, they break on the football. So much speed in the back end. Break on it, make the play. This defense is legit, and that QB's finding out firsthand.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning.
They're marking out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking for room. It's Ferguson. Finds a little space. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to
wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here we go. Set. From the shotgun, the inside give. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the noise.
Yeah, I don't think you can concern what I'm trying to say. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on first down at 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man on the run. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. That's reeled in. It's O'Connell. And he's knocked down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react to the play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your play for the next thing.
Wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. Crossing the 40, he's got a lane. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He leaves it with his back. Tough line gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Beavers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move, it's Farrell. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
And the Beavers have it with a 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Trying to barrel that. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to roll up, try to force the forward. Nice job on the first down goal. Get on top of it.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Beavers!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Ferguson. Caught, and he's close to a first down. Nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Flames with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Ferguson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Ferguson. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Flames will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight.
Has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive the...
And he'll haul it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways. And they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Flames with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Gets away. Steps away. Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. Finding an escape route. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Farrell. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Got his man. Turning it on. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Oh, they're after him. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Beaver. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes...
And it's blocked. And he picks it up. That's a live ball. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Ferguson. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a way to set him up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Farrell. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking for room. It's Farrell. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Now trying to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. It goes incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it's a good job by this defense. When you drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and the racing times. Touchdown, Oregon State. The AT unit on the field.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it out. He's got great speed. No room. He's going to get loose. He will score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first down was delivered for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen. Anything can change after a score like that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to North Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pass rush midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Farrell. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that can split him out and put the football as many ways as possible because he's one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be on the run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side.
This sounds like a great start for this quarterback. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quick release by the QB. Oh, he's got some space. When you want to talk about creating space to operate.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. He fires one deep down the right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Beavers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff knowing at halftime that they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Wants to go up top on first down. Following time, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Randolph. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Quarterback making checks. Lost to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. From the red zone, it's Farrell. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver! And the beatdown has ensued.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense working from the pistol. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's it, 5. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He slings it deep to the left. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And wings in complete.
I'll tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. No good. Sure, you don't want to miss the field goal, but 22-point lead, still feeling good about the way the game's going.
That kicker needed to club up. Unfortunately, the ball hits the crossbar.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdue it. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good to decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Just keep slinging it. The running back gets his hands on it, but he's not able to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
Love the effort. Tried to toe tap it. At the end of the day, that's just a really good-looking incompletion.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Using the quick game. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offense. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
He's going to lose a yard on that.
That's a backbreaker for the offensive coordinator because on 1st down, he ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Finds the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Beavers with the 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job of assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And I'll tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them. But man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe of the 48.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, that play never had a chance. offense on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Out of the shotgun, they go around. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here we go. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He fires to the left side. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Charcoal! Power football with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. And the Flames want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's on his way.
Then make the big play, get the touchdown.
He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Ferguson. He makes it in for the Deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. That scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in the hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. He picks it up, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Beavers can play this second down a He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw, and I'll tell you, this guy's not... receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the Beavers are moving quickly down the field. To throw again. It's complete on the right side. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Touchdown, Oregon State. He got loose and it was lights out after that. And score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 18 over Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Flames trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Beaver! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just adjust to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Pulls and fires complete. And then it's a good idea to gain tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Back open in the they make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quarterback may change this route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
Militaries, got it.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And as he throws.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming in the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
A strike downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play. This